So some of the considerations that need to be made are that, you know, these tools, these freemium tools, are being used for, are typically being used for consumers for consumer purposes. They're not intended to be used for professional grade types of things. So one of the examples that comes to mind is recently Edward Snowden, ironically enough, was giving a presentation to a bunch of people, both locally and remotely, and he was actually coming into this conference via Google Hangouts. And people that were watching it remotely all of a sudden realized, hey, I could dial into the Google Hangout and participate. So all of a sudden you see under Edward Snowden people popping up and, you know, just kind of laughing that they could actually get into the conference. Nothing wrong with Google Hangouts. It's a great tool for being able to communicate with people that you want to talk to. But typically it's going to be great for talking with your buddies and things like that. With a professional grade tool, you would have been able to set up that conference in such a way that only 1 or 2 people could sign in. They would have a unique PIN that was set up so other people couldn't just dial in. There was no evidence, not even a path for them to dial in, but even if they were able to dial in, there was a PIN that would prevent them from dialing in. So there's just some very nuanced things that can be done on the professional basis that, you know, on the consumer side, they're really trying to make it easy for everybody to use. And so they don't want to set up complicated things that make it hard. And obviously on the professional grade time, not that we're trying to make things hard, but we are definitely trying to prevent people that aren't supposed to be a part of the conversation to becoming a part of the conversation. I think the things that the C-level executives really need to consider is that these applications are coming into their organization whether they want them to or not. People will find a way to work together that's most convenient and conducive for them, and sometimes those are going to be 99-cent apps or even free apps that they find on the App Store, whether Google Play or iTunes or what have you. People are trying to find ways to make their jobs and lives easier. So don't necessarily just dismiss them out of hand because, you know, they are coming in through that channel. Look at what it is that the users are finding valuable about those tools. Maybe there are tools that maybe there's a professional side of those that you could bring to your organization, or maybe there are professional grade tools that you can bring in that give them the same capabilities that they're getting out of these freemium tools as well.